Hi friends, are you ready to explore the great outdoors? Let's go outside. Let's look around from the highest tree down to the ground. I'm Miss Deanna and I'm here at the Bell Road branch of the Newburgh-Chandler Public Library. Have you heard this song? Way up in the sky, the little birds fly, while down in the nest, the little birds rest. With a wing on the left and a wing on the right, the little birds sleep all through the night. Shh! Yo, wake up the birdies! The bright sun comes up, the dew falls away. Good morning, the little birds say. Would you like to try that with me? If you're with a friend, make sure that you have plenty of room for the wing on the right and the wing on the left. Or excuse me, the wing on the left and the wing on the right, okay? Way up in the sky, the little birds fly, while down in the nest, the little birds rest. With a wing on the left and a wing on the right, the little birds sleep all through the night. Shh! You'll wake up the birdies! The bright sun comes up, the dew falls away. Good morning, the little birds say. Have you figured out what I'm going to talk to you about today? If you guessed birds, you are right on track. What do birds have? Do they have feet? They do have feet, but their feet look different than ours. Do they have arms and hands? No, they have wings and feathers, right? And instead of a mouth, birds have a beak. And different kinds of birds have different kinds of beaks that do different kinds of jobs. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But where do birds live? Well, most birds live in a nest. And most birds, but not all birds, live in a tree. Do you see a tree behind me? I would like to tell you a story, and it is based on the story Not Your Nest by Gideon Starrett. And like all good stories, this one begins with once upon a time. Once upon a time, there was a little yellow bird who was so proud because he had just finished building his nest. I designed it. I collected the seeds for it, or excuse me, the sticks for it, and I made sure it was comfortable. But I just need one more thing. So off he went to get one more thing. And when he came back, what? Somebody else was in his nest. This is not your nest, said the little bird. But it's so comfortable, said the hyena. Could I please stay? You could build another one. So the little bird built another nest. He designed it. He found the sticks for it. He made sure it was comfy. And he was very proud of it. But he thought, I just need one more thing for that nest. So off he went to get that one more thing. And when he came back, oh no, Mr. Warthog was in it. Mr. Warthog said, but the view up here is so much nicer than the one from my mud hole. It's okay, you can build another one. So the tired little bird designed it, collected the seeds for it, and made sure it was comfy. But he just wanted to get one more thing for that nest. So off he flew. And when he came back, there was an alligator climbing into his nest. Now the alligator said, "We can share." The little bird decided, no. So he built another nest. He designed it. He collected the sticks for it. He made sure it was comfy. But when he got there, you guessed it, Mr. Giraffe was in his nest. "Well, I don't see your name on it," said Mr. Giraffe. "I think this nest is mine." So one more time, the little bird designed it and collected the sticks for it and made sure it was comfy. But when he got there, there was Mr. Elephant. "My goodness," said the little bird. "Nests are for birds." And the elephant said, "But it fits me so much better." "What's that, little bird? Would you like some help? Would you like to shake those guys out of the tree? Let's do it." So we're gonna shake the tree. And down comes the alligator, and down comes the elephant, and down comes the giraffe, and down comes the hyena, and down comes the warthog. But all the nests came down too. And little bird is so tired, he can't build another nest. Well, the animals started to feel kind of bad about that. So the animals all got together and they built this. They built this nest. And they went to Little Bird and they said, "This nest is for you." So Little Bird was all set to get in the nest. But he said, "No, this isn't my nest. This is our nest." And all of the animals joined him in the nest. But later that night, after everybody fell asleep, the little bird designed it. He collected the sticks for it. He made sure it was comfy. And he built his own nest. And he said, "But this is my nest." Have you ever seen an elephant in a nest? I know I haven't. Now you know not all birds build nests in trees, and not all birds use sticks or grass or twigs. Some birds even use spider webs. And one of the birds that I know uses spider webs to build their nest is a hummingbird. And a hummingbird is one of the smallest birds that we have. And a hummingbird nest is about the same size as half of a ping pong ball. So this is the size of a hummingbird nest. Now, one of the biggest birds we have in North America is the American eagle, the bald eagle. And the big piece of brown paper that I have behind me is how big an eagle's nest would be. So here's the hummingbird nest, and here's the eagle's nest. Very different. But some birds use mud to make nests. Some birds use grass, but they weave it into a basket. And then there's even a bird called a tailor bird that sews 2 leaves together and then puts the nest inside those leaves. There are lots of different kinds of nests, and some birds don't even nest up in trees. Some birds nest down in the ground. Well, I have some silly birds right here. Do you think we could help them find their nest? Let's take a look. I like this one. It reminds me of the story I told with the little red hen. Now, where would this guy go? Would it be here? No, he's too chubby for there. Would it be here? Yes. It's beautiful and round and polka dotted. What about this little purple bird? What shape is that? Is it a square or is it a rectangle? You're right, it's a rectangle. So even though that bird might fit there, it fits much better here. All right, we have 3 more. What shape do you like? Do you like triangle, square, or oval? Oval? All right, let's do that one. Too tall for there. Too tall for there. There they go. And then Mr. Square. And Miss Triangle. We've put all our birds where they belong, in their nests. Well, one of the other things about birds, friends, is that different birds use their beaks for different kinds of food. A lot of birds eat seeds, and seeds are very hard, and so they need a short, hard beak to crunch those seeds. And you can make a game with an envelope to make a bird and play and catch seeds. So the first thing you're going to do is open up your envelope and cut off the top. Now you're going to take the envelope and fold it in half this way. This gives you a crease that you can work with. Here's the tricky part. Open it up, and using that crease that you made by folding it, you're going to make the mouth for your bird. Now I just have some cereal here. You can make 2 of these, and with a friend, you can toss cereal to one another, or marshmallows, or something similar like that, and see if you can catch it. Now you can see that this might get a little bit messy, so you should probably ask permission. And you should also probably do it someplace like in the kitchen or on the kitchen table where it's going to be easier to clean up that mess. All right, I have my friend Miss Emily who's behind the camera, and she's gonna toss me a piece of cereal to see if I can catch it. I bet we're gonna need some practice. Ah, not even close, one more time. Oh, one more time. Ah, 0 out of 3. So we're gonna need some practice, boys and girls. The other fun thing that you can do is you can always add eyes or feathers or decorate your bird however you want. And that came from the book Play and Find Out About Nature by Joan Van Cleve, which we have, or excuse me, Janice Van Cleve, which we have here in our library. All right, the other thing I wanted to share with you is that another kind of bird is a woodpecker. Woodpeckers have a very long, pointed beak. This is a picture of a red-bellied woodpecker. And they use that beak for 3 different things. Now I have here some raisin bran and some raisins. So imagine that the flakes are wood and the raisins are bugs. So one of the things that they need a long pointy beak for is they don't want to eat the wood, they just want to eat the bugs. So they can work around the wood to get the bugs with their long pointed beak. The other thing that they do is they make holes in the wood for their house, and sometimes they just like to make that noise on the side of the trunk because that marks their territory. That tells everybody else that's around them, this is where I live. I've already claimed this tree. Now let's see if I can pull up that sound. Okay, it sounds like this. That's called drumming, and that's what the sound the woodpecker makes when it's not really digging a hole for its house and not really hunting for bugs, but it's just telling everybody, this is the place where I live. Now I found that by going on audubon.com, and I'm going to put that as a link in this video because there is audubon.com for kids, and if you like learning about birds, that's a great place to go learn. The other thing I want to show you really quick is something special that this particular woodpecker, the red-bellied woodpecker, does with seeds. And that's going to be in this video right here. And I found this, which is the seed pod from a beech tree. And the seed looks like this. It's a triangle. And it's very tasty, but it is hard for birds who don't really have thumbs like we do to hold on to and to open up. So there is a type of woodpecker, and what it does is it wedges the seed into the tree, which you can see right here. And then it uses that tree to hold the seed. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed that. I've been learning a lot about birds out where I live because I do have a lot of trees, and I get to sit very still and I get to see what all the birds are doing. Now, if you enjoy looking at birds and watching birds, you might want to grow up, big word alert, to be an ornithologist. And an ornithologist is someone who knows a lot about and studies birds. So this is the word I want you to remember to impress everybody else around you this week. Ornithologist. Also, if you come to the library and you would like to learn more about birds, we have a lot of books about birds in our library. And you will find them, to go underneath my eagle's nest, in the nonfiction section with the number 598 on the spine. But always, 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 if you can't find something, be sure to check the card catalog or ask someone who's wearing a badge. All right, I think we are ready to wrap this up. So let's see how we feel about birds. I've got my thumbs up and I've got my thumbs down. So one of the things about birds is they make really nice music. Well, I really enjoy listening to all the different bird songs. So that's going to be a thumbs up for me. But the other thing that happens is birds start playing their songs very early in the morning and very loudly. So if you're like Miss Deanna and you like to sleep in, sometimes those birds wake you up too early in the morning. The other things that birds do is they eat a lot of bugs. And I think I told you before, but Miss Deanna does not like bugs. So any bird that eats bugs is okay with me. And lastly, birds make a lot of mess. If you ever have a bird's nest someplace like over a sidewalk, you're gonna come out in the morning. Oh my goodness, bird poop everywhere. I don't think I like that at all. So let's count and see where we're at. We have 1, 2 things on thumbs up. And we have 1, 2 things on thumbs down. So it looks like we like and we dislike things about birds. They're even. All right, well, you're going to have to decide how you feel about birds. And if you want to let me know, you just come and tell me at the Bell Road branch of the Newburgh-Chandler Public Library. And until we meet again, we wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands and stomp our feet. We wave goodbye like this. Bye for now.